Emily couldn't sleep. The digital clock on her nightstand read 2:17 a.m., and she had been tossing and turning for hours. School tomorrow would be awful if she didn't get some rest soon. With a frustrated sigh, she grabbed her phone from the charger and pulled up YouTube. Maybe some mindless videos would tire her out. As she scrolled through her recommended feed, a thumbnail caught her eye. It wasn't flashy or colorful like most videos. Instead, it was a simple gray image with a crescent moon in the corner. The title was just a date, today's date. The channel name was Moonlit Whispers, and it had no subscriber count visible. Weird, Emily muttered, tapping on it out of curiosity. The video began with soft static, before fading into a forest scene, bathed in moonlight. There was no music, just the gentle sounds of wind through trees and occasional whispers that were too quiet to understand. The camera moved slowly through the woods, sometimes focusing on strange symbols carved into trees or unusual formations of rocks. Emily's finger hovered over the back button. This was boring and kind of creepy, yet something made her keep watching. Each time she thought about closing the video, a whisper would become slightly clearer, or a symbol would catch her attention. It was like the video knew when she was losing interest. 47 minutes later, the video ended with the moon fading to black. Emily blinked, surprised to realize she had watched the entire thing. Her eyelids felt heavy now, and she drifted off to sleep almost immediately. In the morning, Emily remembered the strange video. While eating breakfast, she pulled up YouTube to show her best friend Zoe later. But when she searched for Moonlit Whispers, nothing came up. She checked her watch history, nothing there either. "I swear I didn't dream it," she mumbled to herself. For the next few weeks, Emily checked YouTube every night, searching for the channel. Nothing appeared until exactly 1 month later. As she was about to go to bed, she did one final search, and there it was, Moonlit Whispers, with a single new video. The thumbnail was similar, but featured a half-moon this time. Emily clicked immediately. This video showed an abandoned house with moonlight streaming through broken windows. The same whispers were there, but slightly louder now. She could almost make out words. The symbols appeared again, scratched into peeling wallpaper and drawn on dusty floors. Once again, Emily couldn't look away until the video ended, and once again she fell into a deep sleep right after. That night, she dreamed of walking through that same abandoned house, following whispers that always stayed just out of reach. The next morning, the video was gone again. No trace of the channel remained. It's only posted on full moons, Emily realized after checking a calendar. The dates matched perfectly. Over the next few months, Emily developed a routine. On full moon nights, she would wait eagerly for the new video to appear. Each one showed different locations, a cave system, an empty carnival, a dried-up lake bed, but always bathed in moonlight, always with those whispers, always with the strange symbols. By the 6th month, Emily could understand some of the whispers. They spoke of secrets and power, of seeing the world differently. The symbols started appearing in her dreams, and sometimes she would absently doodle them in her school notebooks without realizing it. Her parents noticed changes first. "Emily barely talks at dinner anymore," her mom said to her dad one night, not knowing Emily could hear from the hallway. "And she's always tired, except on those weird nights once a month when she stays up late," her dad replied. Her friends noticed too. Zoe confronted her at lunch one day. "You're different," Zoe said. "You stare out windows during class, especially when the moon is visible. You draw those weird symbols everywhere. What's going on?" "Nothing," Emily replied. "I'm just tired." But it wasn't nothing. Emily knew she was changing. Her grades were slipping. She lost interest in things she used to love. The only thing that excited her now was waiting for the next full moon, the next video. By the 1-year mark, Emily could understand all the whispers. They told her she was special, chosen to see beyond the ordinary world. The symbols, they explained, were a language, one that revealed hidden truths if you knew how to read them. 18 months in, Emily's room walls were covered with the symbols she had drawn. Her parents had taken her to doctors, who found nothing physically wrong, but suggested therapy for her increasing withdrawal from friends and family. On the night of the 24th full moon, Emily sat waiting for the video to appear. When it did, she noticed something different. The thumbnail showed a full moon, but with a silhouette that looked strangely like her own profile. The video began as usual, but this time it showed familiar places, her school, her neighborhood, even the outside of her house. The whispers were clearer than ever. "You've learned enough," they said. "Now it's time to join us. Draw the final symbol at midnight during the next full moon. The door will open." Emily watched, heart racing. For the first time in 2 years, something inside her resisted. A small voice, her old self perhaps, whispered a warning. That night, her dreams were vivid. She saw herself drawing the final symbol, saw a doorway opening in her bedroom wall, saw herself stepping through into eternal moonlight and never returning. She woke up gasping. For the first time, she felt afraid of what she had been watching. The next morning, instead of searching for the now vanished video, Emily looked at her room with fresh eyes. The symbols covered everything. What had she been doing to herself? With shaking hands, she took down the drawings. She deleted her YouTube search history and blocked the channel name in her settings. For the next month, withdrawal hit her hard. She couldn't sleep, couldn't focus. The whispers haunted her, even without the videos. As the next full moon approached, her hands itched to draw the symbols. On the night of the full moon, Emily sat in her room, a blank paper before her, pen in hand. The clock read 11:58 p.m. The whispers were in her head now. "Draw it. Join us. You belong with us." Her phone lit up with a notification. A new video from Moonlit Whispers had been posted. Emily's hand moved toward her phone, but she stopped. Instead, she picked up the pen and began to draw, not the final symbol, but a circle with a line through it, a symbol of her own making. "No," she said firmly, "I don't belong to you." She deleted YouTube from her phone entirely and walked to her parents' room. "Mom, Dad," she said, waking them, "I need help." 3 months later, Emily sat in her therapist's office, explaining her progress. "The urges are less now," she said. "I still feel them on full moons, but I can resist." Her therapist nodded encouragingly. That night at home, Emily noticed her little brother Jake looking tired at dinner. "Couldn't sleep last night," he explained. "Found this weird YouTube channel instead. Only has one video. Something about moonlight and whispers." Emily froze, her fork clattering to her plate. "What?" she whispered. Jake shrugged. "It was boring. I only watched like a minute before falling asleep." Emily looked out the window at the waxing moon, almost full again, and felt a chill run down her spine. The cycle wasn't broken. It had just found a new viewer.